NetoSportsGlobal. NetoSportsGlobal. Hashtag NSG.
You'll never see anything like this ever again. So watch it, drink it in.
Remember to like and subscribe.
Greetings to the entire world. This is NetoSportsGlobal, hashtag NSG. A very warm welcome to the second episode, proudly powered by the Academy of Sound Engineering, hashtag ASE. Remember to do the right thing by subscribing and liking. My name is Neto, N-E-T-O, Chemani, Hosiati, Konyangazi, Mumka, Japandle Gunjani, Moyani, Vuku Dendele. A very warm welcome once again. This is NetoSportsGlobal, hashtag NSG. We're going to kick off the show with an exciting game because we are hosting exciting stars. One is an athlete who runs as a sprinter, and another one is a tennis sensation. And they are here to have a good time on NetoSportsGlobal. We're still going to have a conversation with them, and we'll also later be joined by Lebo Pelesane, who is a marathon runner, a tennis enthusiast, and he gets to play with the juniors. And he's the one who got to see them doing what they do best, which is shining with their talent. They always say that every sunrise is an opportunity to shine. Let's shine together. Stand with me here. So the idea is to get the tennis ball to the box. So you're going to have 5 opportunities to do that. So I'm going to demonstrate. I'm not sure if I'll get it in, but I'll do my best. A very warm welcome to NetoSportsGlobal, hashtag NSG. If you have just joined us, we are now joined by exciting stars. One is a tennis sensation, and another one is very good when it comes to running. We've got Ntsakelo together with Renele. Ntsakelo, hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing good. How was your day?
Was good.
Lovely stuff. When did you start running?
When I was young.
When you were young. How young were you when you started?
I was 6 years old.
6 years old.
Yes.
Exciting indeed. Let's also welcome Renele to the conversation. Renele, good day, and how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing good. When did you start playing tennis?
In 2021.
In 2021?
Yes.
What do you like so much about tennis?
It's a fun sport to play. I get to meet new people, different people. I get to make friends, and has got a lot of discipline in it. And I get to like learn from it a lot from it.
Interesting indeed. And which school do you go to?
At Pelesane Secondary School.
Pelesane Secondary School. Wow, interesting indeed. I used to go to Pelesane a lot. You know, there's a sports complex there at Pelesane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go there a lot. Interesting indeed. What's so interesting at Pelesane High?
The principal likes things to be in order. He's very strict when it comes to late coming, and he likes children to uniform in order, everything in order.
Wow.
And it has fun sports. There's chess, there's table tennis, and netball and soccer.
And you chose to go with the traditional tennis.
Yes.
Do you sometimes play table tennis?
No.
You must try it out. It's nice. And you will be surprised with the level of fitness that you will get from playing table tennis. Because remember, it's on a table, so you run around a lot, especially when you have a naughty opponent that takes you to the sides. You end up having to run around the table, you know, and before you know it, you're super fit. So you must give it a try, ne?
Yeah.
If you have just joined us, this is NetoSportsGlobal, hashtag NSG, powered by the Academy of Sound Engineering, hashtag ASE. We've got interesting guests today that are talking to us about their journey. And their journey is very important because the journey does not start with one being an elite athlete. You start on grassroots, you go through different junior ranks until you are an elite athlete. And one day, these youngsters will have a story to tell, to say it all began at the NetoSportsGlobal. Let's bring back to the conversation in Ntsakelo. Ntsakelo, talk to us about your granny. You and your granny are very close. What do you like so much about your granny?
I like my granny because he teach me different things, and he makes me happy at home, and he teach me my homeworks. And when I grow up, my granny will be proud of me.
She will definitely be proud of you. Ne? Has
Yes.
Granny seen you running?
Yes,
And what did she say afterwards?
she was proud because I got #1.
You got #1. How did you celebrate #1?
I celebrate with my teacher and my coach.
And what did your classmates and your schoolmates say after realizing that actually Ntsakelo made the school proud by coming out #1?
They buy me some things to eat.
Wow, so you ate without Uncle Neto. Interesting indeed. And what do you think are the benefits of running? What do you get from running?
I get,
Like you become fit, you become healthy.
I become fit.
Wow. And I've also heard that you are also doing well in school. Talk to us about the school that you go to. What's the name of the school?
In Pelesane Primary School.
And you are in grade 5.
Yes,
Yeah. How's life in grade 5?
it's good.
Is it? What's your favorite subject?
Maths.
Maths. Are you
Yes.
good with numbers?
Yes,
7 plus 8?
15.
Wow. No, you're definitely good with numbers. Let's also bring back to the conversation Renelwe. Renelwe, so which tennis player do you look up to?
Definitely Serena Williams.
Serena Williams?
Yes.
What do you like so much about the legendary Serena Williams?
She doesn't give up. So I saw a match between her and her sister Vanessa.
Vanessa Williams.
They were like competing against each other. There was no like, we are sisters, let's play nice. No, it was, I'm your enemy on the court.
Yeah.
Yeah, we play. Yeah.
The sisterhood ends
Yes.
before they walk onto the court.
Yeah.
And they will hug and kiss after the match.
Yes.
Interesting indeed. Ntsakelo, anyone that you look up to in the world of athletics?
Yes,
Yeah, who do you look up to?
Caster Semenya.
Caster Semenya, yeah, the Olympian champion. What do you like so much about Caster Semenya?
I like him because he's a runner and he got #1 when he was young. So me, when I grow up, I want to be like Caster Semenya when it's running. I want to go number one and make my family proud.
And if she's watching or listening to this conversation, what would you like to say to her?
I will say when I grow up, I want to be like you to make my family proud.
That's it. What did you enjoy about the game that we just played?
I was learning.
You were learning, ne?
Yes.
Yeah, but at least you got it into the box, right?
Yes.
Lovely stuff. And Renelwe, at school, how's, except for your studies and playing tennis, what else is happening at school? Do you have like debate teams?
Oh yeah, there are some extracurricular activities at school, but I don't have enough time to like go to them because I have tennis practice and all. Yeah.
How did you meet Uncle Lebo?
At tennis. I was
Ah.
at tennis practice and I think he came and that was the first time I actually saw him. Yeah.
And he was telling me that he plays a lot with you guys and you always beat him when you
Yeah.
get to the tennis court.
Yeah, but he's getting better though.
He's getting better, ne?
Yeah.
So he must keep playing.
Yeah.
Interesting indeed. And when is your next match?
On the 13th of September.
13th of September.
Yeah.
Okay. What can we expect from Renelwe Moeta on the 13th of September?
So it's actually a league. So it will be the second day of the league. So I don't know, but I think you guys must expect me to like win all my games and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting indeed. And if you get a chance to play tennis at an international stage, which country would you like to visit and play tennis at? Australia, United States of America, France, Germany.
Maybe United States of America. I
United
wanna
States
start
of
there.
America.
Yeah.
You want to start there?
Yeah.
And if you get to meet Serena Williams one day, what will you do?
Ooh, I will I would definitely ask for her autograph, I think. But mostly I think I will want to know more about how she began like playing tennis and how she got famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And maybe you'll be famous as well because the sky is the limit.
Yeah.
In fact, they say the sky is not the limit. The limit is your mind. So if you do not limit yourself, anything is possible. You know, there are traces to the moon, so you can keep going and going and going and going. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So when are you starting with your final exams?
I think September. I don't know the dates.
Have you started preparing though?
Yes.
Okay. And I've heard you also doing well academically. What's
Yeah.
this one subject that you excel in?
I think English.
English.
I think English, yeah.
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 How is it playing tennis in Soweto?
It's very good because I don't get to I get off the streets, yeah, and not do silly things like smoking at the corners and yeah. doing
Good
that.
girl. Stay away from drugs, stay away from boys. You focus on your books, you focus on your sport, then you'll make it to the highest level, ne? Lovely stuff. Let's also bring back Ntsakelo to the conversation. Ntsakelo, you came with Kukwana to this show. Tell us more about what kind of a granny is she?
She's good to me and my sisters.
She's good to you and your sisters, ne?
Yes.
Let's hear from the granny. Kukwana, hey mama. Minjani?
Ikona minjani?
Ikona.
So
N'wana wa njhani Ntsakelo?
a ndzi tsakeli I munhu lowo tshamela tibuku loko a vuya xikolweni tshama ndlwini hlaya tibuku ni ri vona mara I nga wiseki tibuku ta wena letiwani I endli njhani na a ku vete laha hi tsala ti-homework ni ko okay tsala ta endlisa sweswi favorite ya ku mela ndlwini ni vona swa tibuku ntsena leswi a endlaka swona ma vona
U titwa njhani loko u twa swa ku tsakisa swa ku hey n'wana lweyi a tibuku ta yena ti tshamisekile wa tsutsuma siya van'wanyani?
ma tiva siku ro sungula loko ha tsutsuma a xikolweni khomi number 1 ni ku wena tshekela swo tsutsuma leswiwani wena loko loko tsutsuma loko ri ka wena ku ta ku endlela yini mara a ku ha ni ta tshika ni nga tsutsumi loko vuya mundzuku ni khomi number 1 i khomi number 1 kambe ni ku a rezi ka hi ku kumbexani i talenta ya wena leyi xikwembu xi nga ku nyika yona va tsutsuma vuwana a secondary a khoma number 1 loko swi vula ku u nga za i tsutsuma wena i ri ntsongo ya tsutsuma na vanhu vakulukumba i vahindi swi vula ku i talenta ya wena leyi xikwembu xi nga ku nyika xona ma swi vona se leswa tibuku leswi loko a va a tshamile kaya xa ku tshama loko a nga ri ndlwini i hala ndzhaku ku na green board yin'wanyana ya giriso i le ku tsaleni kwala wena mara byongo bya wena lebyiwani byi ta bya byi hlangana ngati na byongo swi ta hlangana ndhawu yin'we ku ri i nga ha koti nchumu vona i humi ndlwini mara sweswona se i hala handle i le ku tsaleni ka green board a ku hayi vete hi tshama hi karhi hi dyondza xikolweni ni ku okay loko ri i lava swo fana sweswo n'wananga endla hi ndlela yeleyo ma vona
swa tsakisa ngopfu u navela yini hi n'wana loyi
n'wana lowuwani mina a ni swi tivi i n'wana ndisa ya mina mani wa ku va n'wi siyile a ri ntsongo i tekama a ri na 6 years ni tshama na yena ku fikela sweswo a nga na 10 years se na swi vona ku ri talenta ya yena la nga ka yona a tibukwini i kona loko muxana a tsutsuma tibuku a va nga ri kona se wa tsutsuma na tibuku na netball wa ya no za ni n'wi tshetsa ni ku tshika xin'we nga tlangi swi swimbirhi ni ku tsutsuma ntsena i tshika swa netball i koti ku a swi twisisa hi ku i vuya a twa milenge ya ku yi va yi nga ri kahle ma swi vona ku hi mhaka ku ri a yi kumi chance yo wisa ni ku twana i wisa xin'wanyana i tirha xin'wanyana hi loko se a focus swo tsutsuma ni ku a swi kahle sweswo se na mina na swi tsakele ku a ni swi tivi ta ku xikomi xi ni nike yini ku xilo ni niketa xitlhangi lexi a hi wa mina i wa ndisa ya mina se ni teka ni tshama na yena se na n'wi kombeta ku ri na swi vona ku ri yena n'winyi i tiyimiseli ka yini se na swi tsakele hinkwaswo leswi a swi endlaku
ni khenze ngopfu kokwana
na khensa papa.
Yeah, we got to hear from the grandmother of Ntsakelo who saying a whole lot of exciting things. She says at first she was saying, "Hey, this running business of yours, what is it about? Stop this thing." But you know, when something is a God-given talent, she keeps going and she gets number 1. She runs with those elderly to her, but she still gets the great positions. And she also got to play netball. And the granny was like, no, choose one, because now when you come back, your feet are tired. But hey, it's good habits, because at that age, the energy agrees that you can be multi-talented, you can play different sporting codes, especially in a school setup where school sport is seasonal. Ntsakelo, how do you feel about your granny's remarks? She says, hey, she got to realize that, no, this is a God-given talent. She better leave you alone because you are balancing your books with your running. But she also says you used to play netball. Are you still playing?
No.
So you've stopped netball for running.
Yes.
Which position did you play in netball?
Center.
Center. Hey, that's where the engine is. You have to run around the entire court, making certain that you supply the balls to the wing attacks and the goal shooters and all of that.
Yes.
Interesting indeed. Thank you so much for pulling through to NetoSportsGlobal. Before we let you go, what did you like to say to your schoolmates and your classmates? You don't want to tell them that they must watch out for your next move on the track, doing what you do best, get in position what?
I want.
Yeah, tell them. They are listening, they're watching.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Takla Mutlai. I live at Lehigh, Phase 1. I come from a poor family. I want you to look at when I'm talking here.
Yeah, keep going. We are listening, we are watching.
I want you to listen to me when I'm speaking here. When I grow up, I want to be a runner like Caster Semenya. I want to make my family proud and my mother. When I grow up, I want to make my grandmother proud of me, and I want her to stay in a big house.
Wow, beautiful. And big ups to Caster Semenya for being an inspiration to the young generation. They've witnessed your journey. Some never got to see you in action, but everyone knows you, everyone loves you. Big ups. And not just to Caster, but all the elite athletes out there that are an inspiration to the upcoming sensational athletes. Thank you so much, Ntsakelo. All right, let's also wrap up with Renelwe Moyeta, who is a tennis sensation. Renelwe, what would you like to say to your schoolmates and your classmates?
Is that if you have talent, don't be afraid to show it. Don't hide yourself. Always shine. Yeah, that's the only way you can. And keep pushing.
What would you like to say to the young learners out there that are not playing any sport?
Is that sports can get you somewhere, and yeah, I think, yeah.
Sport can get you far, ne?
Yeah,
Very true. Thank you so much for pulling through to NetoSportsGlobal.
thank you.
That's how we wrap up our conversation with the junior sensations, that is Ntsakelo Mdlayi together with Renelwe Moyeta, an athlete who is a sprinter, together with a tennis sensation. We are not done. We're still going to have a conversation with Lebo Pelesane, who is a marathon runner, a very enthusiast when it comes to the sport of tennis, an actor, and a voiceover artist. Of course, I'm not going to reveal all the secrets. The man is here to tell us more after this short break. Thank you so much for choosing NetoSportsGlobal, hashtag NSG, powered by the Academy of Sound Engineering, hashtag ASE. Remember to do the right thing, like and subscribe. A very warm welcome to NetoSportsGlobal. If you have just joined us, hashtag NSG, proudly powered by the Academy of Sound Engineering, hashtag ASE. My name is Neto, N-E-T-O Chemani. The show continues as we now welcome Lebo Pelesane, who is a tennis enthusiast who runs different marathons you can think of, your Comrades Marathon, Soweto Marathon. The list is endless. A voiceover artist and a great actor. Lebza, a very warm welcome to NetoSportsGlobal.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, Braneto, and thank you to the Sound Academy for making all of this possible. Here we are. I normally don't go out doing podcasts, but this one is very special and quite close to my heart because you talk about things that I love very dearly and sincerely. Yeah,
And they also say there's always a first time.
absolutely.
Yeah. Exciting indeed. Let's take it back to Lebo Pelesane as a little boy. What did you get up to?
As a little boy, I always loved performing. It's like somehow deep within myself, I knew that I was going to be a performer somehow. I loved being watched, so it comes with a great responsibility. When you love being watched, it means you need to have some kind of content. And when you have content, it means you have to be an interesting person. That means you need to either talk about interesting things or do interesting things so that you are worthy to be watched. So as a little boy, I loved performing. I wasn't good with my hands, so whenever we'd have tasks or chores at home, I was the one who was always talking while others were working. So I would be entertaining others, making them laugh, keeping the workload quite easy, and they loved it. So they loved me performing there while they do the hard work. So I was like, no, I'm actually in the right place. That means I'm an entertainer by profession. And
Exciting
I never looked back.
Did you meet acting in school?
Study-wise, I never studied acting. But my very first performance was in crèche, in kindergarten. I was 3 years old in crèche. My very first role was playing Angel Gabriel.
Oh, yeah.
who came to deliver the good news to the Virgin Mary that she was going to be pregnant with baby Jesus. So it was a huge role. So I had big wings, and then they wanted a kid who's not shy, who would be able to deliver those lines. They gave me the script and they told me what to say, and I said it word for word, line by line, with so much confidence, and I won a bicycle.
Wow.
That was my very first performance.
And you still remember those days vividly?
Vividly, my brother. I still even have a picture
Wow.
of my very first performance as Angel Gabriel at 3 years old.
That's a good memory right there.
Yeah.
And then you grew into it. We ended up, the first time I saw you on TV. And then later on in life, I met you in Shawela.
Yes.
At 1327, I've got cousins there. And there were a whole lot of friends of yours there. And I was like, you see someone on TV, eventually you get to see them face to face.
Yeah.
Talk to us about what drew you so much into acting, because you didn't leave it at at tender age, but you went up the different levels with it?
The acting was a burning desire. It was something that was within me since I was a child. Maybe it's a blessing because I don't think not many people know from a tender age what their passion is or what is it that they want to do actually. So I grew up knowing that I want to be on television doing acting work. Even at school, I would do little performances there and there. And sometimes there would be role plays in class and we would be divided into groups that you would be doing this, you'd be doing that, and I would be chosen all the time. Yeah, we're choosing Lebo because we know he's a good performer. So I've always known that that's the direction I'm going to be taking, and I never looked back. So it grew from crèche to primary to high school. So although I never even got formal training, but I guess in those years while I was still doing it in crèche or in school, it was some kind of training, even if it was informal. But it was along the lines of this career path that I wanted to take, and since then I never looked back. Yeah.
You are a runner, you get to participate in different marathons. What triggered that interest? Because a lot of people see people running and they like one day, but
Yeah, they're like,
they
"Hey,
never
Masha,
really
you
go
went
for
out."
it. Yeah, when they start counting 42 kilometers, they're like, no ways.
You know what triggered that? I was very big. I'm a big person. I'm quite big, and my uncle introduced me to running. Although as big as I was very active, extremely active. I also did martial arts for quite some time. When I was 10 until 14, I was very good. I did Aikido, I did JKA, I did Kyokushinkai, while it was still under Mas Oyama. Mas Oyama Kyokushinkai, so I was very good in martial arts.
Wow.
And then the running part, my uncle said to me, you know what, this big, my man, you're going to age quickly, you're not going to be able to do a lot of things. You'll find it difficult to tie your shoelaces if you carry on like this.
You'll
Try
breathe
running.
like a stalker.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So he says to me, try running, man. It's the cheapest way of losing weight. And, progress is measured by results. So when you start running, it's for free. You just buy running shoes. You don't have to pay for gym membership. You just get on the road and just start running. And in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or even a month, you start seeing results. So yes, progress is measured by results. So what motivates you is looking yourself in the mirror and seeing the actual result. And you're like, how? Okay, if it's this quick, let me see if I can go from 1 month to 6 months. And then you see the results. And now it's not only about losing weight. It's about achievements. I do 10 kilometers maybe at 1 hour, 10 minutes. Oh, now let me see if I can do it under 1 hour. And you do it easily. And okay, let me see if I can do it under 50 minutes. So you become more and more interested in it, and you want to achieve more. And you also start learning that it's not only about running, or not only about chasing records, or not only about being better than other people. You are running your own race. It's like that. It's like life itself. When you run, whether it's a marathon or half marathon or whatever distance it is, the terrain is always different. Sometimes it'll be flat, sometimes it's a downhill, and other times it's an uphill. And so is life. In life, things sometimes become so smooth. It's downhill, you're cruising, and everything is nice. But life is life, my brother. You will meet an incline at some point. But what do you do when you get to an incline? As a runner, an incline tells you about your preparation. Did you prepare well in order to run throughout the whole incline? Maybe on the day you're not feeling well, but what are you going to do because you need to finish that marathon or that race? Are you going to walk it? Are you going to stop and turn back? Are you just going to sit down and give up? That's when the character comes out. So tell yourself it's one step in front of another. If you feel tired, but walk it. If you can't run, walk.
What are some of the races that you've participated in?
So many, so many. Two Oceans Marathon, I've done quite a number of them. The Cape Town Marathon, Sanlam Cape Town Marathon, I've done quite a bit also. Participated also in the Comrades Marathon, the ultimate human race, and I believe that everybody should participate at least once. and comrades.
Yeah.
You know?
But the thing about comrades that I always say is I salute everyone that
Oh, yes.
runs the comrades because 89 to 90 kilometers is not a child's play.
Absolutely.
You would drive that distance and sometimes not make it to your destination because your car started smoking or giving you other problems.
Yes.
But for a human being to complete 89 to 90 kilometers, salute.
Oh, thank you so much. It's
Wow.
not really
How long
that easy.
did it take you to prepare for your first Comrades Marathon?
My very first one. A year, actually, because in running, because there's other races that you need to run in order to qualify to run for comrades. There's a specific time that's set that you need to run a 42.2 kilometers and 4 hours and 50 minutes, so 4 hours 49 minutes. Anything over that, you're not qualified to run for comrades because they wouldn't want to have problems or issues about you being unfit. You know, at least you need to be of a particular caliber, not an elite, but at least run within this particular time. Probably you'll finish, you know. So those races, when you prepare for those races that prepare you for comrades, it's in preparation in itself for the ultimate human race. So clearly it took me like a year to prepare for the races that prepare me for comrades.
Super exciting indeed. If you have just joined us, a very warm welcome to NetoSportsGlobal, hashtag NSG, the thrilling home of global sports, and of course, so proudly powered by the Academy of Sound Engineering, hashtag ASE, and big ups to the entire team for putting together such a marvelous production. The conversation continues with an actor, a voiceover artist, a marathon runner, and a tennis enthusiast. How did you meet tennis?
I do tennis highlights on one of the popular radio stations. I'm actually quite a big fan of tennis. I've been watching tennis for quite some time, but I hadn't played it. So I was so good that they even picked me from social media because I would post about tennis. Sometimes I would do predictions, and all my predictions were correct.
Wow.
And there's also one person saw Rafael Nadal follow him, like, even Rafael Nadal follows. I'm like, yes, bro, that's okay. So then the presenter at the radio station asked me, would you like to give us highlights, especially when there's big events like your Masters 1000s, your Grand Slams, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't mind. And I never looked back. And we started off by a phone call, and then from there went to studio sometimes talking about tennis, and people love it, so I still do it even today. And then I was like, if I give tennis reports and I have never even held a racket in my hand, no, I'm not doing
It makes you look dodgy.
you know what I mean? I'm like, let me go at least and start learning how to play tennis. And then I went to Pelesane Sports Complex where I met Renee and the coach there, Coach Ep2, who is a household name actually in the country because I've seen pictures of him with Arthur Ashe, historical Arthur Ashe, pictures of him with Serena Williams. I'm like, oh, he's actually a big guy when it comes to tennis, and he's from Soweto, not far from where I stay. And then I went to him, I'm like, okay, please teach me how to play tennis. And my very first lesson was so tough. It looks easy when you're watching.
When you watch someone
But when you
who's
hold that
mastered the
racket,
technique,
yeah.
but when you hold the racket for the first time.
And I started, it was last year. Started playing last year, so it's a couple of months actually. I loved it. It's a full body workout, and also as a road runner, you need maybe other sports to, go together with running because you need to stretch a lot. So I do calisthenics. I play tennis as well. I do cycle here and there, and then I also hike. But tennis, it's a full body workout. I love it so much.
Have you divorced martial arts?
Yeah, one time I got trapped at the tournament. I was like, hey, if I do television and then they're going to be hitting me like this, I won't be looking good for camera.
Yeah.
But I still do love martial arts. I would visit dojos here and there and would do sparring, quite something, but not as much as I do running or I do tennis, but maybe once in a while, It's also very nice. It's somehow spiritually healing, to be sparring with someone else.
Wow. Exciting indeed. And with the Comrades Marathon, a lot of people say you've got to do both. The downhill from eMgungundlovu to eThekwini and from eThekwini to eMgungundlovu. Have you done both? Which one is more exciting?
And I've done both. Because people differ, because people have got different strengths. To me, the one that I like better is the uphill. The uphill, I heal quicker. The down run seems to be tough on my ankles and knees and hip. I always come back injured when I come back from the down run, and my down runs are slower than my up runs.
Really?
It's
Is
funny.
it a scenario where your up runs, you are in charge because you're going up the
You're
hill?
climbing, you're working.
You can pace yourself.
You can pace yourself,
Whereas
yeah.
a downhill where it sounds like, or it looks like something is just pulling you down.
Pulling, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
other people prefer the down run. But I seem to be liking the up run. I love the hills. I run hills better than I would run a down run.
And running looks to be it's almost like once you do it once, you will want to do it again.
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
it's very addictive.
Extremely addictive because you always want to do better. You'd always want to beat your previous time. But there's also another aspect because you meet different people in this space. As much as it looks like it's your race alone because it's between you and the finish line, but there's also other people running next to you. There are other people that you would encourage during the run, help them up to go to the finish line together. And then at some point during the run, other people help you as well. Sometimes you feel your energy is depleted. You want to sit down, or sometimes you want to give up. It does feel like that. You are cramping everywhere, and someone would come and help you up and then say, let's run this together. So you want to meet people like that, people who would encourage you all the time. And you start having conversations and you realize, my reason to start running is different from yours. And you find that other people started running because they were suicidal. And running is very therapeutic. I have a friend of mine also who started running and they were suffering from cancer. And they beat cancer through running.
Wow.
And they're able to motivate other people that, hey, I beat cancer through this. If you are suffering from this and this, depression, start running because it's very therapeutic and healing as well, So we gather at times after the run and we start talking about our life experiences because we go through a lot as people and we are combined by this one common activity, that helps us share our stories and also help one another through life, but doing this thing that we love, which is running.
I always notice a lot of people would rather jump onto a lift just to go a floor or two up when they could opt for stairs, which is an alternative exercise method.
Oh, yes.
What did you like to say to those people that do not see the need to actually opt for exercise methods versus easy way out, like getting into a lift?
Yeah. I'll tell them that because there are steps, take one step at a time. Don't run 15 floors. Maybe do one floor. Just one floor, walk one floor, then get into the lift. One floor, get into the lift. Maybe the following week, 2 floors, get into the lift. 3 floors, so on and so forth, until you can actually walk the entire 15 floors. From walking, maybe just a quick walk. Then from a quick walk, run the entire thing. Then after running the entire thing, run up and run down. You know what I mean? So you become so proud with yourself that at some point you're even scared to take the first step. From the first step, now you're doing 15 floors up and down. It's an achievement on its own. It might seem small, but anything that you can achieve that you thought you couldn't makes you feel better. And because you're doing it and other people were with you in that lift, you are able to inspire them. You are breathing anew into their spirit and say, if I could do this, so can you. And because now they even see the results. You've been doing this, running up and down 15 floors for the past 2 months, and then now you're shaping up. Like, how did you join the gym? Like, I've been running up and down the floors.
Yeah.
How looking like this? Like, yeah. Like, I would like to try it. How did you start? No, one step at a time, one floor at a time, 2, 3, like that, and then You inspire one person, the other person inspires the other, and then from from there, it's a whole nation doing that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of nice.
Fantastico. That's the conversation with Lebo Pelesane, who is a marathon runner, an amazing actor. If you haven't seen him, good times will come. You will get to witness him doing what he loves the most. And of course, he's also a voiceover artist and a tennis sensation. As a voiceover artist, how does it work? How did it come about?
I was working at one of the popular soapies on TV. And my co-worker, Amos Mulaudzi, I will never forget that man.
Amazing gentleman.
I will never forget Mr. Amos Mulaudzi.
The legend.
The legend. He followed me every day for 3 years.
Wow.
He said to me, there's something in your voice that I love. That's truly inspirational. Whenever you speak, there's something I hear. I'm like, what is it that you hear? Like, maybe you won't hear it because he's also a producer.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a producer, so I'm hearing differently from what you hear. Please come and try this. What's that? Voiceover. I'm like, man, I'm doing TV. What's radio? You know, that's the attitude. Yeah. For 3 years, he never gave up. And then there was a time whereby we were shooting and there was a technical issue at the studio, so we had to sit for a very long time in studios. And he's like, okay, now that we've got time, let's move from the television side to radio. Let's just walk down the road and try experiencing radio. I want to show you something. Then we went to studio and we found another artist. There was another artist who was actually struggling doing a particular ad. And he told the client that, okay, can I please place this person here? He's shadowing. He would like to do voiceovers in future.
Yeah.
So can he please stand here and see what we do here? And the client was like, oh, okay. He can stand here and listen. So as they were giving instruction to the other voiceover artists, he was kind of struggling. There, as a voiceover artist myself, there is that time whereby maybe you can't deliver because of whatever reason, either you're not in the mood or they're asking too much, or you know what I mean. So it was one of those days for that guy. And as he was saying whatever you're saying in the booth, I was saying the same thing next to the client, practicing, because they said I'm shadowing. I'm like, then this guy looked at me like, hi man, you are actually saying what I want this guy to say.
Wow.
So he asked Mr. Murauzi to switch us. Like, can I try this man?
Yeah.
Please, can I just try this man? And then they gave me an opportunity. I did one take.
Done.
And the rest was history.
Yeah. What
That's
did
how
you say?
I got
What
my
did you say to
opportunity.
that script?
I gave it life. Also because I guess I've always been a performer. And when I got the script, I could comprehend what the script wanted. And looking at the script, you are able to see who the target market is. So when you can tell who the target market is, you speak in a manner that the target market would want to hear. So that's how I performed it, and the client really loved it, and it was one take.
Wow.
I think that's also one thing that maybe makes me a preferred voiceover artist most of the time, because of the interpretation of the script, when your internalization of the script and giving the script the life that it deserved. It deserves all the time, yeah.
Fantastico. They say it's either you have it or you don't. This man on my left definitely has it. He is a voiceover artist, an actor, a runner, and a tennis player. Super exciting indeed. Now we get to a moment where we've got to find out something from our guest, and this segment is called Where Is It? You will find out later what is it we are talking about when we say where is it. So Lebza, there are three of you. Mm-hmm. You go to the same varsity,
Okay.
with your friends.
Okay.
And then you decide we all have cell phones, but cell phones only are not enough. So we need a wall watch.
Okay.
So you go shopping around. Eventually you get into this store. You meet this gentleman who works at the shop, and then he shows you a watch that goes for, he says, okay, this watch is $30. And then you speak with your friends. Hey guys, the watch is $30. So if it's $30 and there are three of you, how much each do you contribute?
I guess $10 each.
$10 each. Then the gentleman says to the owner of the shop, hey, you know what? These guys are students. Can we give them discount? Then the owner says, no problem. How much did you charge them? So he says, $30. So the owner says, no, give them R5 discount. So the guy realizes that if he gives you back R5, they're gonna be issues.
Yeah.
There's going to be issues
Yes,
because
yes,
you
yes.
won't be able to share it equally.
Yeah.
So he decides to pocket the R2, and then he gives each of you R1 back. So which means now it's no longer $10. How much each?
He gives us R1 each.
R1 each.
That means
So-
the watch is 27.
yeah. So it means you've contributed how
pocketed
much
the
each? How much each did you contribute?
Did you contribute R9?
R9?
No, but now
9 times 3?
80.
9 times 3?
Oh, it's actually wow, man.
So 9
Oh,
times
that's like
3?
27.
27. Plus the R2 that... the man
29.
kept 29.
Where's the R1?
Where's the R1? So there's the where is it?
Wow, actually.
Yeah, so where's the R1?
So you saw on the $5, he pocketed R2 and then gave us. Oh, that's crazy. How did you think of that?
Where is the R1? Exciting indeed.
It
no?
is.
Let's go back to the conversation. You are doing a number of things almost at the same time. Where do you find the time? How do you balance?
Braneto, the time, you make time. I've realized that for everything that you love, you make time. Even for people that you love, you make time. There's no time. There's absolutely no time. We do a lot of things. Sometimes I do soup kitchens.
Wow.
We go to the township and we cook for the underprivileged kids. At some point, we ran even from Joburg to Durban with the likes of Bugalav and Hope with Every Step. 600 kilometers running, but resting within, and they were donating money for the underprivileged kids with Joburg crews from Soweto, East Rand, and all over the show. I also try and spot talent, like I've spotted the young kids. And we try and organize. I organize people who are like-minded, and we would make contributions here and there, and we'd get them maybe their sporting gears or talent or anything that they need to get by in life, also to motivate them. Whenever they make it in life, they should do the same. You make time for those kind of things, and also it brings about a sense of fulfillment. You feel good even if you don't make money from it, but for the fact that you are able to help another person, even if it's a small act of just random kindness to one person, and you see them smile whenever they look at you, it's a blessing on its own.
Wow.
So you make time for such things, balancing work in between. I'm also a dubbing producer and director. I now direct now. I have a small agency, and you make time within all that. I go train. I have to practice for the next marathon. I have to go for tennis practice. I also play soccer here and there. I play five-a-side.
You're a
So
busy
many
man.
things. So many things. But you make time for everything.
When last did you play tennis?
Last week, actually. Last week, Thursday.
How did it go?
Yeah, it was lovely. I was playing with Renee, who thrashed me that day.
Big ups to Renee. High five.
I love playing. She's also a champion in the region of Gauteng, so I want to play with champions. Yeah.
When is your next match?
We are playing. I'm gonna go on Saturday. Hopefully, I beat Renelo this time.
Yeah. All the best. May the best player win.
May the best player win. Definitely. I even got a new record. I'm gonna hammer.
How long did it take you to make friends with the racket? Because the first time you held it, it was like two different worlds.
Oh, instantaneously, amazing. Because I'm a big fan of tennis, and I know the rules. It was quite easy for me. My very first lesson was like, I've been playing for quite a while. Even the coach was like, have you played before? I was like, no, I've never played. But because I know the game so well, it was quite easy for me to adapt. And also because I'm a road runner, so the fitness was also allowing me. Yeah.
When you play tennis, does it make it automatic that you can play table tennis?
I would say yes, because you are able to gauge the distance. The table is quite small, unlike a whole tennis court. But you know how hard you should hit the ball in order to land at the desired spot. The rules are relatively similar, but it's just that the table with table tennis it's a bit smaller. With tennis, the court is bigger, but it's relatively more the same. The running around is the same.
If you have just joined us, a very warm welcome to NetoSportsGlobal, #NSG, proudly powered by the Academy of Sound Engineering, #ASE. And of course, we're still having a conversation with Lebo Pelesane, who is a marathon runner and enthusiast when it comes to tennis. He follows the sport, but also plays the sport. And he is an actor and a voiceover artist too. When last did you act?
A film by Showmax. We did it early this year. It was released in April. It's called Ndingo Wako, and I was amazed. We were received quite well. So yeah, it was actually quite this year. But although I don't act so much, but I would do maybe one movie a year here and there. But with voiceovers, it's every day.
Wow. Every day.
Every day.
Monday to Friday, kind of
Monday to
vibe.
Friday, yes. I also do dubbing as well. You know what dubbing is, Musne? Say you get a movie from Russia.
Okay.
And you see Russians speaking Sotho.
Wow.
So we sync our lips, voices to the ones of the Russian actors. So it would seem like that Russian actor is actually speaking Sesotho. So that's dubbing. Yeah.
Wow.
I
Hey,
love it so
You've
much.
taken this to another
So
level.
so you need to match the emotions, It's voice acting, actually. Yeah. I love it so much as well. Yeah.
Interesting indeed. And your next marathon?
Next marathon would be Tough One, which would sadly be on the same day as Soweto Marathon. But I've opted for Tough One. Tough One is 32 kilometers, but it's quite tough. I chose it over Soweto Marathon because Soweto Marathon is actually quite tough. And I've had an injury, I'm recovering, so I don't want to go a longer distance. So at least my longest would be a 32-kilometer Tough One here in Randburg. Yeah, so I'm training for it. Then my next half marathon would be the Deep Kloof half marathon, which is in a couple of weeks' time. So
Have you suffered an injury where you couldn't do anything and you had to wait until you heal?
Oh, yes. My Achilles, now it's my hip. You need to change your strategy, and then you'd be told that you need to rest. There's nothing that you could do. You need to rest, let your body heal, and then you can start all over again. You've got muscle memory. By the time you start training, it's not going to take long because of the muscle memory, and then things would be better again. You are not advised to compete or even go train while injured. It's better to rest it or maybe walk or go for physio.
How did you feel about it? What kept you going?
While I was injured, but because I understand the game, it's the name of the game. It happens, when you are involved in hectic activities, something like that is bound to happen. But because maybe you are a very enthusiastic person, you've got in Sesotho we say ke tjantjello. When you're that kind of a person, you understand sometimes it becomes a downhill, and eventually it'll be flat and downhill. So maybe it was that period whereby I'm supposed to sit and rest this one out and maybe get an opportunity to do other things that I couldn't do while training. So maybe I'll rest from training because I'm injured and then get time to do other things.
With martial sports, it's not just about you being a fighter, but it also comes with other added advantage, like, you get to master defensive mechanisms. So even if someone tries and bully you or tries and start a fight, you could just surprise them with kicks there.
Oh, yes.
Have you experienced a scenario like that where people try to take chances and your martial arts skills came to play?
Yes. Growing up when I was a teenager, because I started doing television very early, you would find other kids, maybe older kids, who would want to take their chances or want to gain fame or want to gain popularity because they slept that famous boy.
Yeah.
So one or two would have taken chances, and no, they got a serious hiding.
Yeah.
They got a serious hiding, so
They
that's
learn
when
something
martial
new
arts
that,
worked.
hey, you must not judge the book by its cover.
Absolutely, yeah.
If you were the Minister of Sports, what are the changes that you would bring to South African sports?
More involvement, going to the grassroots and developing kids at the grassroots level, not just we say in Sesotho, we khaka udimo, but you started at a very, very, very young age, introducing also a whole variety of sports, not like in the township. We know in the township, only now it's only beginning to change now. We all play soccer there.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of cricket players that come out of the townships. Even tennis. Not many youngsters know what tennis is about, don't even know what tennis is, or they just know this is just tennis. But as a minister of sport, I'd make sure that I introduce a whole spectrum and variety of sports, but from a very, very, very young age. And not only we want kids to play, but there's a whole lot of things that come with sports, things like discipline, you have to come to training on time. On time. It's discipline on its own. You have to maintain your health so that you're able to run or to play that particular sport. So those are the things that we need even at this age. You need to eat well, you need discipline, so especially if you're a sports person, sports helps us with those kind of things. I would open opportunities as a minister of sports, man. Also to be actively involved in sports, not just one, but all of them, and understanding from the grassroots what is it that they need. If there's any challenges, what are the challenges, and then try to solve it for the people. Yeah.
You have an eye for talent. You got to see Ntsakelo doing her thing, running as a sprinter, marvelous work. But you also got to see Reneilwe. What precisely did you see in these two kids?
When I spotted Ntsakelo, when you run, there are strides. I could tell by the way she was running, the way she was stepping. I was like, that's talent over there. She's actually quite good. And then I wanted to see her run more. I wanted to go see the coach and say, Coach, what distance is she running? If she runs like this, she's definitely a sprinter. Does she do 800 meters, 1.5? And then what times are those? And then when the coach told me the time, I'm like, this is a champion. This is a champion. And we managed to even get her into provincial. She participated in the provincial events. And she is also now a member of a serious athletic club called Footprint Athletics.
Wow.
With a running license. So she is a professional now because I managed to spot her and check how she runs. I'm like, that is champion material.
Interesting indeed. How important is it, Lebza, to plow back? Because you have a good heart of a nation builder. But there are people with a whole lot of resources, including financial resources, that do not care much about plowing back. And in an event that there are people with moolah and enough of it that can assist the likes of Ntsakelo. She broke my heart when she says she comes from a poor family, and the grandmother is here with her to say, every step of the way, I will support my grandchild. And I'm just thinking there could be a good Samaritan out there listening or viewing this conversation that could just come on board and say, let's help those that can help themselves. But also, I want to tap into why is it important to plow back? Because you are plowing back when others with resources aren't.
It's really important to plow back, especially to the underprivileged, because I come from there and I know what lack feels like. I know what it is, or how it feels like to wish to be somewhere and you can't because we are at home, there are no resources at home. I know what it feels like. You want to run, but you don't have running shoes, or you run with worn out shoes. I know exactly how that feels like because I don't come from a place of comfort. So to me, it's very close to my heart, and maybe to the person or people who grew up privileged, who don't know that they're probably not supporting that because they don't know how it feels like. But if they're interested, maybe even watching this podcast now and are interested, let them be in touch with the podcast. We can take them there and then they can go see for themselves. Because sometimes they read about these things in the news and it's not in depth. They can go and see how these kids live. You know, you would find one kid in an RDP household with 15 members there, but they do well in school. What motivates them is that Ntsakelo says she wants to get a bigger house for her grandmother, because she understands how it feels like to be compressed in that small space. Now she wants to be a champion and plow back not only in their community but start at home, give them a bigger house, give other kids an opportunity. Now she would probably be having an opportunity to perform at what she likes at sports and be successful at it, and now go and make life better at home. And to those who are watching, they would witness that, and probably those who can lend a helping hand, now they would do that because now they would have been touched by that act. You know what I mean? So a lot of people that I speak to, they know me from a young age, and they see what I do, and they ask me, why do you do that? I'm like, I come from that place. And then when I take them there now, their hearts are touched, and they help out a lot. We have a lot of help. I have a couple of people who have donated tennis rackets to the Pelesane Sports Complex. We would love more people to donate in any form, whether it's in monetary form or even equipment, so that we make it easy for these kids. They donate running shoes, we give them to the likes of Ntsakelo. You know, it can never be enough, but a small act of kindness goes a very long way. So to the people who are watching this podcast who would like to lend a helping hand, please let them be in touch with you, Neto, so that we can make this place a better place. You know how it feels when you see a young child who's from an unprivileged community looking at you with a smile, just a smile. It makes you feel better, and you would want to do more than a smile, make their life better, but it takes me, you, and one other person, and from Isikhale, we would be a people who are nation builders. Yeah, it really touches me, this topic, that.
No, it's also close to my heart because not everyone is a nation builder, but even those that aren't are capable of, and even those that are blessed with other resources like finances and all of that, they are capable of, and also you still have to pay the tax man, so you might as well be good to those who can't help themselves, and in that way, it's a good gesture.
Absolutely.
But also the fulfillment that comes with helping someone who's having it tougher than you.
Yes.
For me, it just wraps it up.
Yeah, no, for sure.
As we wrap up this conversation, future plans?
Sports, work?
Everything, because you are a busy man.
Future plans. I would like to take these kids to a higher level, whereby they compete at a higher level, maybe not just at a district level, but at a provincial level, even nationally, and they would need support to do that. We would also like to push our soup kitchens so that we feed more kids, from especially the disadvantaged areas. I would like that organization to grow. But work-wise, I know more and more voiceovers. I love it because it's so vast. It seems to be with the dubbing also. As I'm starting to love dubbing now. I think I'm gonna do a lot of dubbing. Lots of dubbing, and I'm still gonna train even more, do more marathons, because that's the things that I love. So I think I'll still be doing them in future, but maybe at a bigger scale.
Wow. There you have it. That's Lebo Pelesane, who is a marathon runner, an actor, used to be involved in martial arts, now in tennis as an enthusiast and a player, but also with a very good heart and an eye for talent. Got to spot the talented juniors that we spoke to earlier on, Ntsakelo and Reneilwe. The one is an athlete running as a sprinter, but and Reneilwe is a good tennis player, and Reneilwe loves Serena Williams. Ntsakelo loves Caster Semenya. So big ups to Caster Semenya and Serena Williams. Your favorite in tennis?
My favorite has always been Rafael Nadal. I love Rafael Nadal. He's called the Bull. He's feisty. He fights. If there's one person I know who has come from 2 sets down, or maybe in a Grand Slam, 2 sets down, and is only short of 1 ball to lose, he would come back from that and even win that match.
Yeah.
If there's a player I know who has done that, it's Rafael Nadal. I love his fighting spirit. Whenever you would hear other tennis players talk about him, they would tell you about his fighting spirit, about his determination and his love to win.
Tennis South Africa, I know they've got developmental programs. They have one that's running in Hammanskraal that I'm setting off. What would you like to say to them so that, with the resources allowing, they can spread their wings and make certain that the sport of tennis grows not just in certain parts of the country, but everywhere across the country?
I would like them to visit the townships more. There's talent in the township. There's so much talent. It wouldn't be fair for them to focus either on in the suburban areas. Go to the townships. Let's develop kids from the early ages. You know what I mean? We are definitely developing champions. We can tell now with the limited resources that we have, we get the likes of your Reneilwes who's able to win at the Gauteng Championships. It means there's something there. Tennis SA, please support local tennis. Please support the townships.
And Athletics SA as well, ASA, they must support, those junior athletes as well.
Absolutely. There's one thing that I love that's been happening now with in athletics. There's a culture called running crews. Running crews are not a formal organization like a running club. There are different running clubs. You'd find Run Zone, there's Deep Blue Running Club, there's Orlando here and there. But because me and you might belong to a different running club but staying in the same area, we form a running group of people who are from different running clubs but forming a crew. So it's an informal setting. But what crews are doing, they are making running fun. They add color to running, and they also attract members of their communities and tell them that if we can do this, so can you. You know what I mean? So the running crews are closer to the people, and now your Athletics SA and also your running clubs, they're able to look at what the running crews are doing and maybe mimic that in order to make the lives of runners even better or nicer, because the running crews are the ones that are spotting talent in the townships, because they are there. They are not just up there, but they are there with those kids, and then they are able to report to Athletics SA and this is what we are doing. We need support, maybe financial support, so that we can get running gears for underprivileged kids. So when they work together like that, then it's becoming a better fraternity.
Wow. Lebza, thank you so much for pulling through to
Thank
NetoSportsGlobal.
Thank you so much, Neto.
That's how we wrap up the second episode of NetoSportsGlobal, hashtag NSG. Big ups to the Academy of Sound Engineering, hashtag ASE, and the entire crew for making this an amazing success. My name is Neto, N-E-T-O, Chemani, Hosiati, Konyangazi, Mumka, Japandle Gunjani, Moyani, Voko Dendele. A big thank you for tuning in, and remember, do not be left behind. Like and subscribe. This is NetoSportsGlobal, a thrilling home of global sport.
NetoSportsGlobal. NetoSportsGlobal. Hashtag NSG.
I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again. So watch it, drink it in.
Remember to like and subscribe.